up the Samsung Galaxy S7, but you find its looks too pedestrian? We don't necessarily agree, but let's say for the sake of argument that you're right. No worries, Samsung's got you covered. Meet the Galaxy S7 Edge. Key specifications: 5.5 inches. 1440 by 2560 pixels. 12 MP. 2160p. 2.3 GHz. Exynos 8890 octa. 4 GB RAM. 32/64 of a gigabyte memory. 3600 mAh. LiPo. Flagships come in pairs, that's the recent trend, and in the case of the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge they share a good bit of the internals. Which is another way of saying that the Edge has a bigger battery, and that's it. Then again, it has a larger display. And it's that display, that gorgeous 5.5-inch Super AMOLED spilling over the sides, that's the real difference between the two, and the sole reason why one would pay the premium and pick the S7 Edge and not the S7. Design and build quality. Last year's Galaxy S6 Edge stood at 5.1 inches, and there was the 5.7-inch Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. In 2016 so far we have the S7 Edge splitting the difference between the two, but leaning towards the Plus. In our book, that makes a potential S7 Edge Plus fairly unlikely to happen. The S7 Edge measures 150.9 by 72.6 by 7.7 mm, making it thinner than the plain S7. It weighs just 157 grams, 5 grams more than the S7, gets you 20% more battery and 0.4 inches larger diagonal. That said, if you're comparing to the S6 Edge, the new model is 25 grams heavier and has grown a bit in every dimension to fit a larger screen. Weight, 157 grams. What's this? Thickness 7.7 mm. What's this? Number crunching aside, the Galaxy S7 Edge is one seriously good-looking smartphone. At a quick glance, you might dismiss it as just a large S6 Edge, but it is more than that. Yes, it is basically a curved screen on the front, and 2 sheets of Gorilla Glass 4 with an aluminum frame on the sides, but it's about the details. And the details, in this case, include the slight curve on the back that helps with in-hand feel, where the S6 Edge was sharp and pointy at the sides. The S7 Edge is smooth and pleasing to hold. The S7 Edge is also easier to pick up from a table. Palm rejection around the edges isn't perfect, and the phone does register touch input from the sides a little more often than we would have liked. It will on occasion annoy us by ignoring tapping on the screen because it thinks that palms touching it on the side are the intended interaction. Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Among the properties shared with the S7, the Galaxy S7 Edge has an IP68 rating for water resistance, up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes, and is also dust-tight. It's equally prone to collecting fingerprints, an inherent downside to the glass design. There's no IR emitter, for those that care, but storage expansion is possible, and controls are in their familiar locations. There's a fingerprint reader in the home button, which is activated when you wake up the device. It's not always on.